Yo, what's going on, guys? Gonna be showing you how to carry out on Lillia, playing her with a frontline tank build. This build's been popping up a lot more because Rod of Aegis is hecka spicy and turbo cheap. For some reason, it's not a recommended item, even though it's becoming quite popular on Lillia. At only 2800 gold, it gives you more HP than any other mythic you could go for on her. After Rod of Aegis, we're gonna look to go for a demonic because we're already gonna have all the mana we need from Rod of Aegis. And then we're gonna be looking to go for Rylai's. All three items are going to give us loads of HP. The only downside to this build is you don't have ability haste, so you are going to want to go Lucids with it. That way you have some ability haste, otherwise you'll be suffering for sure. We'll go ahead and smite this. We didn't get a leash because my teammates are turd bags. They're in a hurry to get the lane so they can't do anything because Yuumi, getting to lane early with Yuumi is basically pointless. She's the weakest level 1 champ in the game. Auto into Q, we land a Q-tipper. That's fine. We're not gonna be focusing on them, which is a shame because I actually like playing for bot lane in general. That's all right. They have Garen top. I'd imagine their jungler's gonna want to camp Kel. We can get some double kills top side. We don't want to gank too early on Lillia. We want to try to get all of our camps. If we don't get our camps, then it leaves us vulnerable to get invaded and killed. And it's also going to take away from our level 6 power spike. Plus, since Rod of Aegis is so cheap, just by full clearing and then ganking, we can get a consistently early Rod of Aegis without all the additional risk of throwing in early ganks. Rod of Aegis is already incredibly cheap. Auto into W. Let's drop the E. We're clearing pretty fast, though, for leashless. I'm happy with this. I'm not sure if Lillia clears faster starting on red buff side or blue buff side. I don't think it makes that much of a difference. Imagine blue buff side might be a little bit slower because the Gromp literally takes Raptors and Krugs pretty quick. Auto into Q. Auto into W. And then auto into Q. So we just did a 322. High HP. We'll be ready on Scuttle Crab. We're out 4 Prance. We're at 2. I'm happy with that. As long as you have 3, well, I'd say at least 2 Prance, you can kite out most champs. 4 is like very, very ideal. It's as high as it goes. Toss out the E, get him with Q, auto into W. Garen got chunked because I landed everything. We want Kel to farm this. She's low on health and mana. She needs to reset safely without dying. So she kind of just needs to push this wave in. Rek'Sai must have cleared away from top side. Got Ghost on. Get him with the Q. Get him with the E. We're chilling. We are tanking the whole thing. We're out of there. Ghost OP, man. 15 seconds. So I think it was a patch ago. It was either last patch or the patch before last patch. They made Ghost a 15-second duration instead of a 10. But they took away the extensions from getting kills and assists. But the thing is, the extensions didn't last that long early game. They were only around 4 or 5 seconds. So having the Ghost last a guaranteed 15 seconds is kind of crazy. They need to nerf the cooldown because it's also a shorter cooldown than Flash. It's just a better keystone. Alright, we'll go ahead and pick up. We'll go Blasting Wand, Boots. And we'll go ahead and pick up Sapphire since we're going to buy something and grab Oracles. You don't really want the tank part or Rod of Aegis as your first purchase because it's not going to help your clears and it's not going to help your ganks unless you're diving. So we'd rather get the AP parts if we can afford it, which is exactly what we did. We got the Blasting Wand, couldn't really afford anything else. We can get Prance up gank bot side. They're shoved in right now. If they stay. Okay, they're not staying. They don't want a plate, surprisingly. They're not even staying to touch that turret. Must be nervous about where I'm at. Lillia is extremely consistent. She's basically blind pickable. She can struggle against hard CC champions like Fiddlesticks, but if you position properly on her, regardless of what the enemy jungler is, she's challenging to deal with because of her raw mobility. I would actually make the argument that her worst matchup in the game would be Jarvan. Even though Jarvan can't necessarily solo you, his cage is very hard to deal with. He can cage you and jump out in a team fight, and if you don't have flash on Lillia, then you're just screwed. You need to be able to stay mobile. Your cage is pretty easy to dodge. Jarvan cage is not a skill shot. York Cage technically is. Get it with the EW. Land W center. W center does more than double the damage. It's basically triple damage. Alright. We're level 6. 6 minute 20 in. Not bad at all. That's the power of full clearing. Okay, we see Garen warded this area. I saw him lay it down. Normally it'll ping the ward when you do that. You don't want this to hit his ward, but we kind of want to use that up. I have my R. I don't remember if Garen has flash or not. I don't have any prance coming into this gank, so that kind of sucks. She needs to fight this hard. She has her passive up. She could probably just run him down here. He's got nowhere to go. He's pinched. He has tier 1 boots. Kel has tier 2 boots. I kill still did a bit. Probably should have given it to Kel, but hey, I want some credit for my good deeds. I'm on a lot of prance here. I'm on 2 prance stacks, baby. Yone is such a nuisance. I didn't want to steal the minion, so I got close so I didn't tip it, because I knew if I tippered it, I'd be screwed. So I need to keep my prance up, but I also don't want to piss off my laner. If you steal the last hits on minions, it's a quick way to make your laners hate you. They'll be out to get you at that point. They won't even try to win. They'll just try to make you lose. Well, not every time, but it happens more than I would like. Auto into W. Interesting. Alright, I kind of need to just bug her off here. Syndra needs to be careful, man. She's burned flash. I'm on triple prance. My R is up. Should probably just keep playing around top side. My ghost is up as well. Maybe bot lane's the play. Hard to say. I can back for my Rod of Ages very, very soon. Okay, so Rek'Sai is bot side. I could go for Herald here. Dang, dude barely died. Is Yone gonna stay for that turret plate? Is he really that greedy? Oh, he's not that greedy, dang. I was hoping he would, that's why I stopped doing the Gromp. I was hoping he would stay for the plate. Bot and mid have not stayed for the plate. It's cost me. It's cost me theoretical gold from killing them. Yeah, I could almost afford Rod after Gromp here, probably can. Auto into Q. Let's go ahead and smite it. I don't want to be here for 10 years. We can use the Herald to keep the prance up here. Back up to 4 stacks. Moving 489 with tier 1 boots. That's nasty. Don't know where Rek'Sai is, so this is a bit compromised. Yeah, you're dead, bud. Nice try. So Rek'Sai must not be close because he forced that very, very hard. So I don't want to risk it. Oh, get in the bush at least. And we're out of here. We can already get Rod of Ages. We're chilling. Easy. Grab Rod. We'll pick up a Dark Soul as well because we can afford it. Control Word as well because we can afford it. If I could get tier 2 boots, I would have done it there. Once again, biggest downside of this build is lack of ability haste. It's not a make it or break it for Lillia in particular with how hit and run she plays. I would recommend Lucids with this build. You can go for Lucids, Sorks, Plated, Merc Treads, Swifties. Does this guy take my stuff? Krugs are gone. I'm hesitant to face check these bushes. Rek'Sai could be waiting. Wait, Garen's bot side. Did they actually lane swap because he's getting dumpstered up by Kel? I don't normally recommend camping your Kel, but against something like an Ignite Garen, it's pretty obvious what Garen's going to try to do. When he's playing up and aggressive, it makes it easy for us to come in behind him and have a lot of space to chase with our movement speed. We're going to go ahead and max W second because it gets lower cooldown and more damage. E only gets more damage. Oof, almost reset. Auto into Q. Cal's in a bit of a pickle there. Alright, here we go. Oh, I don't know. I'm running out of prance now. I don't like this. I think I showed as well. We're on 1 prance, moving 394. Gotta get into the river for water walking. Oh, buddy. Buster Brown. Buddy. I kind of kill steal Disinjure there. I think Yon would have died if I wasn't there. We're going to have to carry this game. I can feel it. We have a big gold advantage over most of the players in the game. We need to propel that. So the wave's already here. These guys are still dead for 20 seconds. We might as well take the wave. In this case, we're not hurting our mid laner, and we're not necessarily hurting the enemy mid laner, but we are absorbing a lot of resources without wasting time because we are already here. Neither one of them is going to get that wave. Is this up? Like I said, if we can get to at least 2 prance, we can outrun most champions. You don't have to have 3 or 4. It's nice to have. But 2 is kind of the gold standard. If you have less than 2, you need to be mindful. And I have tier 1 boots, so I in particular have to be mindful. Our Rod of Ages is stacking over time, giving us more stats. Beautiful. Love to see it. Boom. 405. We can go mid. I haven't had the best opportunities for big R's yet. I've been avoiding my bot lane because they didn't leash me, and they also haven't really been playing that well. They haven't really been setting anything up. With the QR, hit him with an auto before it goes, and you can pop him with W, down he goes. While they're drowsy, you want to bash them as much as you can. And then right when they fall asleep is typically when you're going to use your W or your E, your big skill shots. So typically your W, because a lot of times you'll start your combo with the E to apply passive so you can R. Because if you haven't hit the enemy champion, and if you're passive, basically if you haven't hit them within the last 3 seconds, you can't use your R on them. You have to hit them with an ability. You scumbag. Dude, you don't even have items. Why are you messing around with me? Bro, you got 0 items. Oh, he flashed it. That turd. Oh, Rek'Sai's here. The only ability... I'm pretty sure this is how it works. The only abilities where you can hit somebody frame for frame, even if they flash, frame for frame coming out of their Zhonya's, is a pass-through ability. So kind of like a long skill shot. Kind of like... what's a good example of this? Almost like a Lux Snare or an Ezreal Q. If you pass it centered on them right as they're coming out, even if they try to flash, they can't flash it because it's already inside of them. But with my W, it's not inside of them. It has like a 1 frame impact. And for me, you can't time that. It just doesn't work that way. Now with my bowling ball, I might actually be able to pass it through. As it's passing through, it has a larger window to cover the coming out of the Zhonya's. That'd be my better bet. Pass an E. Rek'Sai, what are you doing, bud? I'm tanky as heck, bro. Oh, I messed up my W. Can auto on him into Q. Yeah, my W. You can shave off edges of walls with your W, but I tossed it way too thick and meaty. Like, only the edges of walls. Like a crappy version of third ribbon Q, basically, is what we're looking at. Your W is primarily an anti-slow tool. Like, let's say a Nasus is slowing you, or Nunu, or an Ashe. Your W makes you immune to slows for the duration of the W. So the W travel time is independent of being slowed. I'm still on tier 1 boots. I kind of need to reset. I am fast. Get with a Q. Boom! You're dead, bud. This build's actually so much fun. One of Lillia's, well, with most champions, a big power spike is your first item, but traditionally with Lillia, she's vulnerable on first item power spike because she doesn't have any extra HP. Oh, they quit. Yeah, I guess that's it. They couldn't handle the Rod of Aegis Lillia. Holy crap. We'll go ahead and do a part 2 because that one was so short. I'll see you guys there. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to part 2 of Rod of Aegis Lillia. Once again, we're going to be going for Rod of Aegis and Lucids. Then we're going to be picking up Demonic into Rylai's. If you go for Rylai's before Demonic, it turns you into more of a support, which can work. So if your team's fed, Rod of Aegis, Rylai's I think is a good option because Rylai's is cheaper than Demonic. And obviously slow, so it interacts really well with your passive. But you're much more team reliant. With the Demonic max health burn, you end up having way more carry potential. I don't really like this invade. I'm just gonna zone off alley because I don't know who's where here. We're losing a lot of health from these boxes. Maybe this was a bad idea. At least Shaco's boxes got mangled. Mangling his boxes is gonna hurt his clear massively. I'll clear into the Mundo. Mundo will be kind of easy to gank. I should really path into the Draven Nautilus, but I kind of want a leash. I gotta tank this. Nautilus is already missing a bunch of health. He didn't use a potion either. Auto into Q. I gave Draven that last auto. I want him to be able to keep his spinning axes up. I don't think he's going to be able to with what he did. Okay, he is, I think. Cool. Auto into Q. We're chilling. Auto W. Smite this guy. I do think Lillia clears faster off a red buff side. Just because of how slow she takes Gromp. I think being level 3 helps out a lot with taking the Gromp. Auto into W. Might as well use your abilities as auto resets. Because they only do so much damage early on. Auto Q. Then we'll smack it with the auto W. Boom. There it is. Let's go ahead and pull her on out. We don't have to hit the whole camp with necessarily every ability. Because we have so much Q spam that the whole thing will just kind of end up dying. EQ auto. E-slow makes it really easy to kite stuff out with our 325 auto range. Standard 80 carry auto range is 550. And then people like Teemo and Gnar. I think Teemo's 500 auto range. I forget what Gnar is. Gnar might be like 450. Oh, that was bad. Oh, that was tragic. Oh my gosh. I missed one Q-tipper and it ruined it. My clear is going to be so much slower now. Happens. It's all part of the process. So we just did a 320. Not bad considering we goofed the red. If we didn't goof red, it would have been more like a 317, maybe even 15 maybe. Get him the Q auto. Auto and a W. We'll push this out. I just want the wave to reset. I don't want Mundo to end up having a freeze option. Not bad. I'm glad I was there to recover the Scion. He did get the kill out of it as well, so he's in a pretty good spot off that. Kind of want to hold on to my W because I'm about to gank. Maybe that's a mistake. Okay, I'm going to need it though against this time. Got it with the Q. Nice, that was huge. That was so good. He threw his stun too early. What he needed to do was kite around his turrets. He panicked because I had him slowed with my E. But realistically, if he played around his turret for movement speed, I think he could have maybe lived if he had flash. If he didn't have flash, I think he's just dead there no matter what. We could hang around. We don't have to back at this very moment because I still have red buff. It's going to help my clear a lot. Me backing for items versus having red buff right now would be a somewhat similar clear speed. And we're already here, so. Boom. Down he goes. Auto into E. Heim's pushing mid again. I would like to gank for the Draven Nautilus since Draven's such a snowball lane. And Nautilus is easy to gank for, but look how they're playing. But you see the Ezreal wave is kind of pushing out to them. To where I might actually be able to gank that with how the wave's pushing, but I just don't know. Phase Rush Alistair and then an Ezreal. So Ezreal dash and Phase Rush Alistair. They might just be able to get away from whatever we do. Since I haven't spent my gold. I'm about to be 6 here. Dude, I'm almost 6 pre-6 minute mark. Doing that as a jungler is ridiculous. Got on with the slow. Auto into W. Dang. That sucks. Okay, we got our 6 now pre-6 minute mark, which is insane, but it sucks we weren't able to kill this guy. I just need to leave. I don't even know where Shaco is, man. This is sketchy as heck. I don't know. I don't know where these people are. I hate resetting with ultimate. It's such a bad feeling. We have to, though. Okay, now we know where Shaco is. He went rush tier 2 boots. He's going 80 Shaco. Let's go ahead and get as much of our item as we can afford here, if I can find it. We'll pick up boots. We'll go Dark Cell. I like to spend all my gold when I base, and Dark Cell works well on Lillia regardless. Got a huge chunk of the Rod of Aegis. I'm not excited to build the mana or HP part because it does 0 for your clears or for your ganks. The HP can help in a gank, but it's really only if you're turret diving, so not in a huge rush to pick that up. Rather have AP for faster clears and more efficient ganks. Walking around without prance. Oof. Yeah, I smited the turret and it did 60 damage. I hate that change. I don't think I can even kill this guy without Zed being here. I'd have to land a bowling ball, so we'll just bugger off. There's no point. We're just wasting time. If we're not coming into the gank with full prance against someone like a Heim, it's not going to work. So he's such a bait champion. Got him with R. I wasted it. I didn't realize Zed was there. I think Zed... Yeah, you got a big dash off. Drop my W smite. I think Shaco's in this box. He's in this bush. I got my heal off the Alistair right now. Alright, we're chilling. We're chilling. These guys are taking so much damage here. I'm healing off everything right now. I would like to take this red. I got them all very, very low. Taking this would be great. This is where Lillia's healing comes in clutch in these really scrappy, frantic fights. The enemies don't have the lockdown to kill you, or if they're behind, you can essentially just take everything. Oh, Ezreal was waiting. Okay. Got him with the red buff auto. He's dead. I already know he's dead. Well played to the Nautilus letting me have the gold. I love that. So many support players, subconsciously, they try to take the kills. They really do, but he held that last auto. That was really good. I had passive burn on and red buff burn, so I think it would have died regardless, but I wanted to get in that last auto just in case. Auto into Q. I guess Nautilus wants to tank it. I don't mind tanking it. He's probably trying to reset is what's going on. All he has is boots spent. Oh, I could have smited it sooner. What am I doing? I have the 900 smite right now. When can I afford Rod of Aegis? We want to get it as soon as possible to let it start stacking. I can afford it very soon. Auto into Q. Auto into Q. Into E. My damage is so fudging low right now. Alistair's getting out of weird dives with phase rush. That's hilarious. He's like doing a random solo dive on Draven. Phase rush is such a kooky rune. It's so over the top of being basically twice as fast as everybody else, and slows basically don't affect you. It's such a game-breaking keystone. So some keystones you don't even notice people really have it. Kind of like press the attack or even conquer. But phase rush is very apparent. Something weird's going on. My R's up. I'll go mid. I didn't realize Mundo already had heart still. That's scary. I don't like that at all. Mundo scaling gets crazy. I do think Mundo jungle scaling is better because he can apply heart still more frequently than Mundo top lane. We need to keep our prance up off something. It's the only reason why I came into this area. I don't even want Herald, to be honest with you right now. Right now I'm just kind of hovering to gank options, and I have full prance. That's it. Now that I have him kind of low though, might as well take it. So I'm doing some proxying. I think Heimer might have rotated that. They know I'm on this, but I have water walking, so I'm crazy fast in the river, and I have all four of my prance up, so I don't think there's a whole lot they can do about it. Bowling ball. Oh, I hit the wall. Are you kidding me? Alistair's here as well. I got a double R there, friends. Yeah, I got pegged down though. Ali pops R, and I think Heim R'd there as well. We got Rod of Ages. We're chilling. We got Lucids. Easy game. The two hardest champions, I think, for Lillia right now to deal with, in general, it's Ashe, because her slows, you can't do anything. You can't move around in the fight like Lillia's supposed to do in and out, like a race car. And then the other one is primarily because he's meta. When he's not meta, he's typically not an issue because he's just weak. And that's Kayn. Kayn can get inside of you, and it's hard to hit him with Q-tippers because of how many dashes he has. So when you're banning stuff, honestly, you're typically looking to ban Kayn, and you kind of hope the enemy team doesn't pick Ashe. If they pick her, it's still playable. It's just like way harder than it should be. We're gonna auto in a W. Notice how I didn't go in immediately there because I didn't want Alistair to be able to knock us both up. I'm gonna block for the Draven on that one. Oh, my E's are barely missing. I'm super tanky. I'm not worried about Shaco jumping on me here. Got it. I don't have R though. Let me get up some prance. Why is this Shaco box here? Yeah, I'll take that. That's hilarious. Oh, geez, I might actually die. Yeah, I'm dead. Yeah, it's too much. Too much, man. We also got exhausted. That was the final piece of the puzzle there. That was really the final piece. Let's go ahead and pick up a bit of demonic. At least we'll be up for drag. The thing that sucks is I wanted to lay Herald before 14-minute mark so we could get some plate gold. So we could get 1.8 plates. Feels bad. My R is up for this team fight. That's good. Yeah, stopwatch. I guess he felt like stopwatch wouldn't have saved him. Probably wouldn't have. The stopwatch is better for team fights than it is for solo fights typically. In solo fights, they'll stand over your corpse and they can land their abilities more freely. But in team fights, your teammates kind of get to bail you out. Alright, I wanted to pull it out more than this. I have a control word, so it's fine. Auto into E. Auto into Q. I can tank this for free. I have so much self-healing, there's no need for Nautilus to tank. I say that as Nautilus tanks. Perfect smite. My smites aren't usually that good. Alright, you're losing your turret, bud. That's mine now. Herald wipes that easy. He thinks he can stop it. This guy's crazy. He thinks turret saves him there. What a nut job. What a nutter. Turret doesn't save you, my guy. Hit him with a big W. I think I missed Q-tipper on him though. Oh man, we can actually run them back inside. So basically, the monster will reset if both conditions are true. Basically, if you're both outside of the circle. But if he's outside of the circle and then you're on the inside, he won't reset. Or if you're on the outside and he's on the inside, he won't reset. So you both basically have to be on the outside of the circle for the monster to start losing patience. And I'm so fast, I can just run him back in. Pretty funny. At least when I'm on forward prance, I'm that fast. I could probably walk this into mid. That kind of hurts. Whoa, that did hurt. I didn't think I was going to take that much damage. Oh my god. Lost that over half my health. My goodness. We can play Draxel win con, just coast, AFK farm. Only look for ganks when R is up. It's fine if Alistar combos me, but we don't want to be too close to his team when he does, because then I'll... Why didn't that launch? I've been having that issue a lot. I was clearly on the outer edge of the planet. Should have launched me over the wall. Not sure what's causing that, but that's been happening to me a lot lately. Might be because I'm using attack move click, I don't know. There's a bug in training tool if you have map on left side like I do, where you can't even... Like, where the mini-map's blocking all of the, the tools. So there's just some weird stuff in League. That's what I was kind of worried about when Riot Games started making other games like Valorant and TFT and stuff. I was worried that they were going to let League slip a bit, and I think they have. I think in a lot of ways it's not as much of a priority. Auto and acute. We'll go deal with the Heim. He's up really far. Oh, never mind. He's dead. Where is everybody? It seems like their team's constantly absent. Oh, is this Shaco? Where the heck did he go? I think that was Shaco. Huh. I'm confused. I don't know who that was. I think someone went through the portal. It just wasn't there. Shaco's not getting a farm anymore. This is where Shaco just falls off if he hasn't built up a gold lead. Shaco has to do big money moves when he's level 3 with red buff. That is his window. Extremely narrow window, but it's his. AoE slow. I'm full stack conk as well here. Alistair, he's a whole block you off. I'm way too fast for that. I can almost afford demonic dragging up in 50. We'll hang around till we can afford demonic. We're almost there. I just need wolves. Zed, you don't need to be doing that, Buster. Well, don't tank it, you goose. I just want to reset. I don't even want to do the drag fight this second. I'm sitting on too much unspent gold. It wouldn't make sense to fight this exact moment. We're super tanky now. 2,500 health. Basically infinite mana. It also, other than getting health and mana, it does have the kind kind of sustained passive of giving you health when you spend mana, giving you mana when you take damage or whatever. I think Mundo just wiped my team. Mundo, the bad news is my champ kind of counters your champ. The good news is my champ counters your champ. I kind of don't want him to auto me because of the heart still. Yep. That's what I didn't want. He just needs to die. Got it. Alright, we're tanky. Mundo's so fed too. Mundo was a higher level with more gold spent than me there. This doesn't matter. It's the champ interaction. Mundo's never going to be able to effectively run down a 4-stack Lillia. I did give him a heart still though, which is horrible. Mundo's kit scales crazy around HP. He gets more attack damage. His passive heals him more. His R heals him more. His W heals him more. His whole kit is just, he needs health. There's no champion that benefits more from HP than Dr. Pundo. There really isn't. Not even Chode or Scion. Scion doesn't even really have HP scaling. I think he only has it on one of his abilities. And Mundo has it on everything except for his Q. There goes your turret buster. Thanks for the speed up. Wait, I just healed off something, or leveled up off something. That was weird. Must have been the minions. I mean, they know I'm over here, but can they do anything about it? I don't think so. I'm gonna aim it towards the minions. I have to get some prance up here. Oh, he gets the heart still. I hate that. It's almost like no matter how I play it, he's gonna get heart still. You know? Because my range is not that much farther than his. Ooh, got him with that. Auto in the Q. He's just dead. Auto in the Q. Nice try, Mundo. Poor guy. It's just, you can't play Mundo into a handful of champions. It just doesn't work, and Lillia is one of them. Absolutely. He's best against melee champs or champions that lacks max health damage. We have loads of max health damage on our passive that we can constantly reapply with ability spam. Auto in the Q. I guess I'll unmute everybody. I tend to mute everybody so I can focus. But whenever the game is essentially decided, you don't really need to maintain it. Now, if people are being toxic, I'll mute them individually at this point. Sitting on 3k gold. I'll back for my Rylai's here in a second. It's worth it. I have so much unspent gold, I need to spend it. Next up on the agenda is typically Cosmic for the movement speed. If they had something stickier, like a Zed, I would go for Zhonya's. Or maybe a Deadman's. Since Lillia is melee, she can actually use Deadman's to its fullest. She's technically coded as melee. I don't have any prance. Get off of me, Shaco, you stinker. If you ghosted, I have to ghost. You still killed my teammate. That sucks. Hey, Alistair. You think you can get away from a Rylai's, my guy? I'm gonna put myself on the wall to where he can't headbutt me over. Yeah, they all died. That's GG's. GG's, tanky and fast. Lillia junghole in the bunghole. We'll take it. We will take it. Sign wasn't even helping us that fight. Oh my gosh. Let's take a look at the graphs real quick. Looking at damage dealt enemy champions, we had the most in the game, mainly from shredding Mundo, let's be honest, but still, we did have the most. At least, not most in the game, but most on our team. Mundo had the most in the game, which is actually really common for Mundo, particularly if he isn't behind. He builds up some crazy damage output. Now, I wonder how much of this was just shredding Scion in lane with Qs, because Mundo cleavers do percent base damage. So, obviously, throwing him into a tank all game is going to stack it. So, we don't know, but we had the most on our team. Mundo had the most in the game. For damage taken, we were tied up with Scion and more damage taken than Mundo for most damage taken. But if we look at self-mitigated, I'll be lower than them, of course. Self-mitigated, yeah, a lot lower because I didn't have armor magic resist. Mundo apparently didn't have any armor magic resist either because he didn't self-mitigate much at all. Interesting. We self-mitigated more than Nautilus, so that's pretty happy with that. He's got a big shield. And then for runes, high value. All in all, Rod of Ages Lillia is extremely good if you need a frontline. Like frontline Lillia, a lot of times Leandri's doesn't cut it because you're too squishy. Just with this build, the key is you pretty much have to go for Lucids, otherwise you have 0 ability haste. And the first 20 ability haste is the most important. The first 20 has almost 100% conversion to cooldown reduction. The more you get, it starts giving you like 2 cool CDR for like 20 ability haste. So the first 20, super important. So you want to have at least Lucids. If you guys enjoyed this Lillia video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps out so much. My name is King Sticks. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.